Hey guys, let's talk today about why Moras rock. Now I've upped my Mora collection to 3, and I'm thinking I might actually order a couple more because I'm kind of, just in love with these things right now. I've had a love-hate relationship over the years, and there's been times I've kind of really put these down as just being boring and not that, not that great compared to the hype, but then there's days like today where I kind of sit back and I think about the fact that you can buy these things for $14 and there's nothing else in the marketplace that can compete. If you look at the $14 fixed knives that are out there, they pretty much are cheap Chinese made garbage out of like a cheap stainless steel. Now Cold Steel has a couple things out there that are pretty decent, like their budget line that uses the 4116 stainless steel, but you're talking a huge difference in quality over this, Swedish carbon steel versus that German stainless. And these things are just so, they're so simple, they're so plain, they're really not anything pretty to look at. They're not tactical, they're not cool, but you know what? These things are just great. And you can see, this 510's been used and abused for years. This was actually I think it was the Outdoorsman 2000, which is stainless. And this stainless, even, more stainless steels are pretty damn good. Now this one here, as you can see, it's definitely seen some use. And the blade still looks pretty decent. And, it's definitely held on pretty good. And only had to really sharpen it a couple times over the years. But that one, even that cost me like $20-25. It wasn't very expensive at all back when that came out. And up here's the Companion, which is pretty much like the newest and most popular model that's out there right now. And these things are really pretty cool. They're based on the old Mora Clipper design, and they're just kind of updated, and they look nice. They have a good, handle with the Mora label on it, and it's stamped into the blade, and they're just, they look good, and they come in the kind of military green and black, and very cool. The Companion line is there's a reason why it's one of the most popular knives out there right now. And you can get what's that, $14? I got this 510 for like $8, and that 2000 for maybe like between $20 and $25. These things are pretty cool. The sheaths, could be better. That's for the 510. Here's the one for the 2000. Pretty much once that leather breaks off, that sheath's essentially going to have to be a neck knife sheath. And here for the Companion. But, they're simple. They're not meant to be flashy. They're not meant to look tactical. They're meant to sit on your belt and let you use them. And that's, what I'm really on about with these Moras right now is just they're good users. This is something you can pick up for $15 shipped. Use it, your entire life, and it's still going to be great for you. And the steel's good, and that's the big thing is, these things are hardened to like 59, 60 on Rockwell, and the stainless is like 57, 58. You're not going to see anything else in the marketplace that hardens to that level in the cheap price range. You got to go up to a more expensive carbon steel knife, and these things, have been very popular for a long time now, and they've been around for Mora's been around for hundreds of years, and there is a reason for that. They're doing great work, and we tend to, and I know I tend to brush these off for the more kind of tactical and new and interesting knives, especially the bigger and more featured. But these things, are the bread and butter of the knife world, and just wanted to kind of do a shout out video for them today because, as you can see, these things have served me well for, this one here probably close to a decade, and that middle one here probably 5 or 6 years, and this one here is new, so we still got to break that bad boy in. But these things are doing good for people for a long time, and we can't say that of a lot of the knives out there because they just haven't stood the test of time yet. And just wanted to say, guys, if you don't have a Mora, if you don't own one, it's time to consider picking one up. And if you own one, maybe it's time to consider picking up your second, because these things are just, the cheap, inexpensive workhorses of the knife world, and it's time to stop, buying the Chinese garbage and buying good quality stuff. So just kind of wanted to put that out there, guys. Great knives for budget prices.